What are you hoping that the talks with the SNP and Greens will achieve?
Well, it's clear that many people are fed up with the Westminster austerity consensus, and the three of our parties offer an alternative to that. Not that you'd see much from that from the media coverage, which seems to be all concentrating on the right of the political spectrum and not what's available on the left. So, for example, the pre-election television debates that will be taking place will only feature the 4 shades of Westminster grey, and the 3 progressive parties, the 3 of us who are on the left of the political spectrum, won't be featuring in those debates. And we would argue that it is a matter of democracy that people have access to the range of opinion available to them, not just the opinion available on the right of the political spectrum.
Right, well, we'll come back to the issue of debates and representation for yourselves, the Greens and SNP. As you mentioned at the beginning, austerity. You're meeting to unite against austerity, and yet you would like a confidence and supply motion with Labour after 2015, whose Shadow Chancellor has said he would have to make cuts every year of next Parliament. So how does that work? Well,
that is the consensus that we are challenging. There's no doubt that the majority of people in Wales and in Scotland don't sign up to the Westminster consensus and don't sign up to wanting a Conservative government after May. So ending Conservative rule from Westminster, particularly as it applies to Wales and Scotland, is imperative, and with the numbers we would not be able to form a government, clearly, just the 3 of us. And so supporting a Labour administration to be able to provide for people, to be able to ensure that all those difficult situations that many people, particularly those who earn the least, who have the smallest incomes, we're forcing Labour onto the agenda to be able to provide for those people.
But you wouldn't be able to force them, would you? As you said, you're not going to have the numbers. I mean, even if we take some of the generous predictions for how you and the SNP and the Greens would do, let's say 20 to 25 seats, you're not going to be able to persuade Labour or any of the major parties to drop their core economic strategy of cuts in the next Parliament.
Well, that's a matter for those leaders of the Westminster elite parties to decide for themselves. There is an opportunity for a Labour administration with Plaid Cymru, SNP and Green support if the Labour Party want that. That was available, of course, in 2010, and we could have avoided the horrific cuts that have been meted out to people in communities right throughout the UK had we pursued an alternative option. That wasn't something that Labour was interested in doing at that time.
No.
I suspect that they may look at things differently after May this time.